Okay, so one of the important exercises that we want to look at is the settle. I think it's very easy to get carried away with teaching your puppies lots of different commands: sit, lie down, wait for your dinner, stay. But if you then have a puppy that cannot physically entertain themselves and relax when the adults are busy, they're a bit of a nightmare to live with. So the purpose of settle training is creating an exercise that means that your dog will switch off on command. It's a very valuable one to have. So the reason that we use a mat for this exercise is because it helps to provide a nice visual aid for the dog, with the fact that mat equals relaxation over time. And as you can see, Amber here in front of me has done an awful lot of settle training practice. She's always coming away with me to training seminars and workshops. And I need to have a dog that can relax well while I'm busy listening to somebody carrying out a seminar, for example. So she has actually got to the point now where you can get the mat out and she is trying to dive on it before you've even got it on the floor. We have a nice positive association with that mat now, and this is where we want to get with your puppies. So for settle training, we want the puppies to understand when we're doing this exercise, it means lie down, start to relax, and gradually start to switch off. Now granted, emotional relaxation in a puppy takes time. It's a difficult skill to master, but we start easy and we can build on that learning quite well. So initially, for your first lot of settle training practice, we're not going to use the clicker, because what the clicker does is it actually creates anticipation in the dog. They hear the click and they say, food is coming, and they get all excited. Of course, we want the dogs to do the opposite with this one. We want them to just start to relax. So we're not going to use the clicker for that reason. And for the same reason, there is no verbal command for this one either. For the purpose of this training exercise, you are purely a food dispensing machine. The more you're interacting with your puppy, the less chance you have of them being able to switch off from you. So, first thing that we're going to do, get your puppy on the mat. You can use food to lure them on if you need to. Get them in a sit and then get them lying down. When they are lying down on the mat, if you've used food to lure them into the down, release the first treat in between their paws on the mat. Let them eat it and then take treat number 2 and release that one. Let them eat it and then treat number 3 and so on. So if you're counting out 10 to 15 treats, you are basically just going to dispense them nice and slowly, one by one, on the mat in front of your puppy's paws. So the key here is delivering the food quickly enough so that your puppy doesn't get up throughout the exercise. If your puppy's getting up and they're trying to come and dive on you and grab the food and they're getting a bit giddy, you need to speed up your food delivery. And it may be that you're having to deliver as fast as you physically can feed them so that they don't get up initially. Amber thinks Christmas has come early. The important thing, as I say, is that your puppy is not moving off that mat while you're doing the exercise. The aim with this exercise is to gradually be able to slow down the rate at which you are delivering that food. So start probably delivering food every second, and then when your puppy is consistently remaining on the mat lying down while you deliver those 10 to 15 treats, you can then move on to delivering a treat every 2 seconds maybe, and then build it up to every 4 seconds. So what we're doing is, while we're slowing down that treat delivery, we are extending the amount of time that your puppy is settling for. I normally recommend to try and aim for developing this as a nice skill. Practice at least 10 lots of settle training a day. Probably pick your puppy's mat up in between, because they can think that they're quite edible while they're so little. It's a great exercise to do while you're just sitting watching TV, because you don't have to be paying maximum attention to your puppy while you're doing the exercise. So you can be watching TV, sit on your sofa, put your mat down in front of your feet and just have your puppy's treats on your lap in a bowl and one by one you can deliver them their settle training treats while you're watching TV. All you need to do is just keep a corner of your eye on them to make sure that they're not moving in between. And relaxation will come in time. You're quite relaxed, aren't you? Yeah, you're a good girl. Okay, so have a bit of a practice with that one. Let's see how you're getting on. If you have any issues, let me know, but it is normally quite straightforward to get going with.